Hello, my name is TYlluan. I'm a solitary pagan witch. I'm an author and the founder of the Wolf and Howl Press. And following on from the earlier chat about how we view people and how they view us, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my own beliefs. Now these are my own beliefs. They're not something that all pagans believe, because they don't. Pagans are a very mixed bunch. A bit like a bag of mixed sweets, really. You know, they're all sorts of different flavours. And that's right, that's how it should be. So I'm just telling you a little bit about something I think. I do believe that at some point in our lives we begin to wonder, well, are there gods? Is there a god? Are there many gods? Is it a higher power? What is it? Well, for me, yes, I do believe in many gods. Are they interested in me? Not always. No, not always. I think they get about their business on their own, and sometimes they interact with us. Sometimes they require our help. Sometimes they teach us. But I don't think they're there every minute looking over my shoulder wondering what I'm up to. I do believe that the earth is sentient. That's another one, which means I believe it has knowledge and knowing. I think the weather is as well. I think many things are. And I think sometimes, because this should be just a short little chat, I think sometimes it's nice to try and put a more precise description on it. So let me tell you what I mean about the earth being sentient. I think Mother Earth, I think she loves us. She provides a lot for us. She provides a place of burial if we want it. She provides food. She provides somewhere to live. Likewise with the weather. That waters the crops, gives them sun, gives them warmth, gives us chance to do things with the seasons. So yes, in that sense I think they're sentient. I think they do things. And I think, like living where I do, it's an area that was heavily industrialised in the previous not the previous century, the one before that, the 19th century. Very, very heavily industrialised with coal mines and iron works and things like that. And it became very ugly and very scarred. And the mountains turned black. And there was coal dust everywhere, in the rivers, everything. And it started to clean up a bit. And the minute it started to clean up a bit, you had Mother Earth, she clothes it, if you like, in a beautiful green robe. So they started to turn these glorious shades of green. And certain seasons of the year you get what I view as amethysts. You get the purple heathers on the mountain. They look beautiful. And you get the gorgeous coppery colours of the bracken. So it's as though there's this beautiful embellished robe that she throws over the mountains that were so horribly scarred by people, by human beings. And then, of course, life being what it is and human beings what they are, some bright Herbert, the minute we get a nice summer and everything's looking wonderful, what do? They go and set fire to the mountains. So it all gets burned away again. And it's as though Gaia comes back and says, well, never mind. I'll give you a new robe. And so it all sets to work again, and it all replenishes, revitalises, if we give it chance. And I'll leave you with one lovely little tale from near where I live. Somebody a few years back decided it would be a good idea to put this huge white cross on the mountainside. They did it out of stones, which I don't know how big it must be very big, which they set down on the mountain. They gathered them all together that were up there, and they put them in the shape of a cross, and they whitewashed them. Fair enough. And I remember thinking at the time, well, it would have been so nice if there had been other religious symbols up there. If you're going to put one, do we have to have just one? Couldn't we have some others? Couldn't we have had a five-pointed star? Couldn't we have had Triskele? Couldn't we have had something for us? And then one day, about 2 years ago, I was going past on the road, and I looked up, And there's the cross, but not far away was this enormous patch of discoloured vegetation on the mountain. Now I don't know what it was exactly, I didn't have binoculars with me, but this discoloured vegetation had formed itself into the shape of a great head with horns, like a great ram's head with the big curved horns. And I thought to myself, yes, that's Mother Earth. Mother Earth is making sure that for those who know what they're looking for, she hasn't forgotten us. Most people, I'm sure 99% of people went past on the bus or however they drove or what have you, and they never noticed a thing. But if you knew what you were looking for, you realised Mother Earth had made sure we weren't forgotten. I'll leave you with that little thought. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.